Hello out there. Quick question for you in the audience watching in the cyber world who's watching. Have you ever considered taking your passion and your purpose and turning it into a business, or using what you love and going out to help people and knowing that you can create your own solid income doing that, really creating a life around it? Because I have this amazing, inspiring, enlightened guru on this call with me, Sarah, and she was a yoga teacher who took yoga and pivoted it online, and we're going to show you today how that happened and how to do that. Hi, Sarah. Thanks so much for joining.
Hi there. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's awesome to have you. So, Sarah, do you want to just introduce yourself for a moment? You can let people know the name of your business and what you do and how you help people.
So, hi, I'm Sarah. I am a traditional Usui Reiki master teacher, a holistic life coach, and a yoga teacher. I have been practicing for 20 years. I have been teaching for 10. And I met Tara last summer in around July or so. I had been guided by God and my teacher as a blessing to close a brick and mortar studio that I had out in New Jersey and moved to Utah. And I had been very successful there with my studio. But then when I got to Utah for like the first half of 2020, I was just kind of struggling a little bit, trying to figure out how this online world worked. And so that's kind of like my story in a nutshell.
So, Sarah, thank you for that. And now people can learn about you and find you. But also, where were you at when you first called me? What prompted you to even book one of the breakthrough sessions with me?
So I was, I was like networking, doing like business networking. I was, doing like trying to get my Google listing and SEO up and running so that people could try and find me. I was sending out like postcards in the mail, trying to get clients to book like private yoga sessions and things like that, and just trying to make things work and kind of just spinning my wheels. And I saw an ad of yours that said, calling all yoga teachers and healers, create your dream online business or something. And I was like, all right, I need help here, because this online jungle, I call it the online jungle, it's a little different than anything I had experienced before. I'm not a very outgoing, out there person, so I was never in social media. I just was used to my little studio, and when it was in person, it used to work. But then in 2020, when I started to shift online, I had just been struggling for almost 7 months I was doing all right, but I wasn't thriving.
Yeah. And so you were a yoga teacher at the time and Reiki, but were you coaching at the time or no?
So I was coaching as part of the Reiki training. So I would do Reiki energy healing, and then I would do holistic life coaching as part of that healing. So I had some experience coaching, but at the time I had put the coaching on the back burner because I was just focusing on yoga. The time.
I get it. I was the same. I would do the deep level coaching, but never really, brought that to the higher level of being a main business. And I would do it in my yoga retreats and teacher trainings, but really in the retreats. So I know what you mean. It's like a part of us, and it's who we are, and it's the deep work we do. But I think as yoga teachers, we don't always recognize the higher value in that and how that is changing people's lives. So you came to figure it out, and all this the online jungle. I love that you call it that. And you came into my 90. We had the call. You were like, I'm going for it. And we embarked upon the 90-day transformation program. And now you must have had success because you joined the year-long program. So can you share with people where you're at now, or what that 90-day program, or even all of our time working together, what that's done for you, or if it's helped?
So when I signed up, I literally just put the whole thing on a credit card because I just didn't have the liquidity to pay for it. And it was a little nerve-wracking. But I can say I have made my money about 6 times over in just the first 3 or 4 months of the program. What the program gave me was a very clear understanding of how the online jungle works, what you have to do in order to succeed and be known and have a brand and a clear message as of what it is that you do. You also helped me change the structure of how I offer my program. So I used to work basically per hour, doing private yoga and things like that. And you guided me to do this 90-day program, which actually it's a great benefit for me, but also an incredible benefit for students because it gives them a time frame and set goals. And, I had to learn how to do these online modules and things like that. And I had to learn how to work on, like, even the online calendars were a challenge for me. Like, it was all new. And I was trying to struggle to make it all work. But having the guidance of like going to you and saying, okay, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And then you giving me just being very honest and saying, I think this will work. No, that won't work. You could try it, but it's, it might not work. Just test it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. I think it does seem overwhelming and you just don't know what you don't know. You don't know like the next steps to how it all does come together online. And it's like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's been done before. It's, people teach other people to do it. So, so I think that putting that first coaching program on the credit card is just a testament to your faith in the journey and your faith in yourself. And really, like, that's the big thing, like saying, I can do it. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to get it back. I'm going to make this back 6 times more. I love that.
I mean, what's the option though? To stay stuck, continue to spin your wheels and not take the leap of faith to know what you know in your heart you need to be doing, right? So I was lucky I was already self-employed and I had already been making a living doing this for a good 5-7 years, but I was still as successful as I had been in person. I was struggling online. But at the same time, I remember what it was like to have a corporate job before I followed my heart to create my dream business of having a yoga studio, and how draining it was to come home day after day with a job that, okay, paid the bills, but brought me no joy.
Yes, I've been there too. I also remember that you had a lot of, and thanks for saying that, because I think a lot of people can really relate to that. And it's like, but it's really hard to get out. And it's hard to know that there is another way that's really possible and really can be solid and secure. And you're a living example of that. And so am I. And we want that to inspire others, not anything egotistical, but rather the opposite, to say it is possible. So I think, I think having that faith and stepping out there and saying, following my heart is, it's the only option. That's really what gets you in alignment with purpose and connection to something greater in your life. And that's brings this fulfillment. And it's hard. It's hard to stay in fear and spin and not get there. The other thing I wanted to bring up is that I remember at the beginning you had, I think if I remember right, you had some resistance to going online really at all. Is that true?
I'm stubborn. I didn't think it would work. It seemed a little flaky. It still takes a lot of energy to keep everybody on board. But at the beginning, I didn't even think it would work. I thought that, the work that I was used to doing in person couldn't create the same kind of transformation online. And I was wrong. And now it's actually the other way, because I have clients from literally Ohio, Virginia, Florida, to Texas, to North Dakota, to like all over. And instead of not only is it working, but it's working and it's allowing me to reach the whole world if I wanted to, it's really cool. And it's not just my personal success. It's nice to live your dream life, but it's even better to help others do that as well, and
How help others and have stability in your own life and have some security financially and otherwise. And yeah, help people and make some money and see money as a good thing. I think that's also a pivot that a lot of us have to make as when we're in the spiritual healing kind of world, like seeing that money is a beautiful thing that helps provide a great life for us instead of like the root of all evil. Did you have any struggles with that, with the money mindset, or not really?
Well, I had already had a lot of training in regards to that. So I was used to making money, and, it's just a frequency that you hold. But at the same time, when you stress, so money is not a problem unless you don't have it, right?
Yeah, true.
So, I'm okay with making money. I embrace it. I'm deeply grateful for it. But I do see, as I see you coach others, and it has actually helped me to learn to coach others as well. When I see you coach people who really do have major money blocks of feeling like they don't deserve it and they're not worth it. And, it's too much, almost like it's too good. Like you hit that upper limit, like what's his name says.
Hendrix. Yeah, Gay Hendrix, Big Leap. I know what you're talking about.
And then we self-sabotage and just stop. Or whatever.
A lot of self-sabotage that goes on that people don't even realize they're doing. And that's where I think it can be really powerful for another party, a coach, to come in and like recognize the pattern or the habit that's keeping you spinning or keeping you stuck or, not getting where you want.
But
yeah.
There's also something very inspiring about working in the group where you see other women doing it. And then I'm like, all right, well, if they can do it and charge that much, then I can do it too, and I don't have to feel guilty about it because obviously we're all rising together and they're succeeding. And so it's really cool to work in a group because you see somebody else's struggles and then, you're not alone. You're not the only one like struggling with whatever it is. And then you also see somebody else's success, and that's inspiring to say, oh wow, like, yeah, that's the level that I want to be at too. And if she can do it, I can do it.
Absolutely. I have done, one-on-one coaching with people, and I've done group programs now for years. And I think that is the gold, is bringing them together, because it's the dynamic duo. You really get so much from both, and they both serve like kind of different purposes. But not having that group is, even some people that don't think they're going to like the group, like you get so much more from it than you think you will, right? So I appreciate you bring that up. Was there anything about the program that, or working in the transformation coaching with me, that surprised you or that you didn't expect? Maybe.
Probably the amount of love and honesty. Just, a lot of the times business coaches are very business centered and they're very systematic in their approach, and you do it this way and you do it that way, and they give you templates for this and templates for that, and you're like, yeah, you can have all the templates you want, but unless you fix it here and unless you're coming from here, then it doesn't matter what kind of funnel you have and what kind of website you have and what kind of whatever you have. So the additional coaching that wasn't just business, and I don't even know that it's mindset per se. It's a little bit deeper than that. It's a healing journey, I think, for a lot of women who come into your program. Like I didn't expect that. When I thought business coach, I thought business coach. And that's what I thought I was in for, because I needed help figuring out the online and how to make money. And then it became more than that, a community of like supportive women who kind of like have each other's back and stuff.
That's so beautiful. And thank you for saying that, because I know that you know this, we do care so much. And I tend to get connected and a love for my clients, including you, so much. And I'm glad that you can share that outwardly and feel that, because that means a lot to me. So last question, who would you recommend this program? And if so, what kind of person would you recommend the program to?
Yes, I would recommend the program. Anybody really, like whether you are beginning and you're starting your business and maybe you don't even know what it is that you want to do, right? Like I saw you give a lot of women. I already knew what my dharma was, and I was already a path. I needed the logistics of just shifting to the online jungle. But I've seen a lot of women in the program who are just still trying to figure out what it is that they want to do. And I saw you see their strengths and nurture them and encourage them and give them confidence and hope. So if you are just thinking that you want to do something other than whatever it is you're doing, okay, Tara will help you find whatever that is. And then if you are a seasoned professional like I was, and you are already on your path and you just want to take it to the next level and just step forward into infinite possibilities as of what you can do for your business financially and all of that. Like to me, it's a never ending journey of learning and transformation and growing and expanding, right? So if you're a seasoned professional, you'll appreciate the level that Tara works at, right? That's what I would have to say, because, when you're at a certain place, it's hard to find a coach that can kind of match you at that level, see you, and take you higher. And so I would say from beginning to end, it doesn't matter where you are in your journey, you'll be in good hands.
Well, thank you so much. And yes, I'm always about dreaming bigger and like creating the dream, creating the life you love. And I think if you don't get to that, if you're not a little bit uncomfortable in your dream, it's not a little bit crazy or a little bit scary, then you're not dreaming big enough. Like maybe you've seen the quotes out there, but I think that's so true. And it's always, there's this beautiful, and I know you and I've talked about this being yogis, there's this beauty of, or a balance, even a dance, like you have to dance right on the line of like being really content in your life and where you're at now and like appreciating every moment of it, but still always wanting more and knowing that that's a good thing because you want to grow and you want to evolve, you want to reach new levels and in your life. So yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing with people your experience and your success. And I want to say congratulations to you. It's been and I know you're still continuing with me. It was just the right time to hop on here and share. And thank you for always trusting me to be a part of your journey with you. And thank you for sharing here.
You're welcome. And thank you for the guidance and the love and everything else.
It's all here. It's all here, babe. All right. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll sign out of that. So, okay. Bye.